Change the gravity fruit to tease the school flower. Chapter 1. 18 years old is the age to awaken devil fruit. Land Rover in the third year of high school ushered in an important turning point this year, that is the awakening of devil fruit. The class flower in the class next door has awakened the B-level paramesha fruit. Listen to them, it seems to be a fruit of gravity. No, it's the rebound fruit, and the gravity fruit is the awakening of Shalwa. No way, that's Sally. Sally, the top 10 powerhouses, actually awakened the A-level fruit, not the phantom beast or Logia fruit. That's all. How could her strength be awakened? It's an A-level gravity fruit. Although it can change the weight of objects, it's not powerful enough. No Zone and Logia are as powerful as others. It's not right. That's right, it's outrageous. Students who were discussing on the playground, just playing basketball, fell down and fainted for 2 or 3 minutes. He opened his eyes in a daze and looked at the surrounding environment, completely blinded, then patted his head and wiped his eyes, then continued to look, it still didn't change. Who I am? Where am I? What am I doing? Just ask 3 questions in a row. Continue to look at the students who are playing basketball, and the students who are sitting on the side discussing the topic. But hearing these words, his heart was filled with disbelief. Why did I fall to the ground? What an embarrassment. Am I shopping with my girlfriend? She just went to the bathroom and I was waiting for her. Grab the awakening of what they discussed just now before being shocked. Devil fruit. Isn't that the stuff of One Piece Luffy? Could it be that One Piece is dreaming after watching too much? What class flower? School flower. Paramesha rebound fruit. Paramesha gravity fruit. Then I felt the pain from just falling in my head, and I thought, how could this dream be so real? After patting the head, a memory strikes. This is a memory that does not belong to him, but it is also his memory. After all, he is controlling this person now. The Milky Way, Blue Star, Dragon Kingdom, Secret Realm, monsters, and the era of Devil Fruit. Defend the country and protect the planet, just like the Dragon Ball. After Land Rover came to his senses, he finally determined that this was not a dream. It seems that I have entered a new era. Moreover, the era we have entered is still a world with devil fruit like One Piece. At present, blockbuster monsters come and destroy everywhere, but the advantage is that you have a secret realm. Everyone can go to the secret realm at the age of 18 to obtain an ability, or eat devil fruit to improve their strength to fight against monsters. However, I don't remember some of the commonly used moves on One Piece, Marine 6 styles, and there are no good knives, big fast knives, or 3 types of hockey, so Logia is very powerful for humans at present. Because you can elementalize and escape when your physical strength is almost gone, it is very difficult to defeat. Some paramesha fruits have not been developed to a great extent, perhaps because there is no armament hockey, the ability of paramesha fruits seems to be a bit broken. After all, Zone can also improve physical fitness such as physical strength or grip strength. So a lot of devil fruits abilities have not been developed. For example, the rebound fruit and gravity fruit they just discussed. That is the fruit of Vice Admiral and Admiral level. That is the fruit ability of Admiral Fujitora in One Piece world, but here I am only rated as A-level devil fruit. But after thinking about it, Land Rover also thinks it understands. Now there is no observation hockey, and it is impossible to smash the stones in the sky to float here. I can only control some objects around me, such as table stones, stainless steel and iron, etc. And each other's weapons. Just a little regret. That was one of his favorite abilities. After all, when I was fighting Ming, Fujitora's one move, the Skyfall Meteorite, became a fan. It's a pity that I didn't experience the scene of the meteorite falling from the sky, and I didn't feel the terrifying atmosphere. It's rare to appear here, but it's a pity to hear that someone has already obtained it. Sally, but the top 3 elites in Yangcheng here didn't get the S-level devil fruit. It's unbelievable. That's right, Sally, the top 3 of the top 10 sheep cities in the country, actually ate an A-level paramesha fruit gravity fruit. It is estimated that this news will be on the hot search and shock the Dragon Kingdom. The classmates are still talking about me. The classmates who play basketball also come to listen to the news after hearing it. Land Rover knows that awakening devil fruit in their cognition depends on strength, and the strength they say is the intelligence and way of thinking of the brain. Sally's strength is placed in the top 3 positions in Yangcheng. Even if it is not only Yangcheng, it is also the top in the entire Dragon Kingdom. So in terms of strength, most of her will awaken S-rank devil fruits. It should awaken some top S-class powerful zone fruits or Logia fruits, and even a few phantom beast fruits. Because the top 100 in terms of the total strength of all parts of the country can basically get S-level devil fruits, and of course there are some strong ones who can't get S-level devil fruits. Maybe it also has something to do with luck. This is also extremely rare, about a probability of 1 in 100,000, but Sally also encountered it. Land Rover shook his head feeling a pity. In fact, this gravity fruit is not bad, but there is no observation hockey here. The students are also continuing to discuss. In his opinion, the gravity fruit also belongs to the S-class, but the people here haven't developed it yet. That is, Paramesha is different from Logia. Paramesha needs to be developed, and Logia can be an S-level awakening. Super popularity requires imagination and strength to develop, just like string fruit, chop fruit, spring fruit, etc. in one piece. It is very powerful when it is really developed. It's time for our class to wake up in the afternoon. There is such a little bit of anticipation. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of luck. Yes, don't be as lucky as Sally. But don't worry, it's too difficult to encounter a situation like hers. The probability of 1 in 100,000 is too difficult. Our school doesn't have 100,000 people. If we come out once, we will definitely not show up again in the future. It seems to be the same thing. It's afternoon in no time. Lou Rover followed the students in the class to the place of awakening. But there are too many people here, full of people. Not only are there people who are going to awaken like them, but there are also people who have already been awakened. Of course, it's their big moment after all, and their parents will be there too. In my memory, Land Rover had no relatives long ago, but grew up in an orphanage. So he has no relatives to come over. He looked at his own strength, and felt that getting an A level 1 should not be a problem, and if he is lucky enough to get an S level 1, it would be nice too. If it is an S level 1, he would like to get me a Logia 1. As a top student in a key school in Yangcheng, his strength is definitely not weak. The strength is not weak, and I came here inexplicably in the morning, so my luck should not be bad. If it is bad, just belch it off. Next, Land Rover. Hearing the sound, Land Rover walked forward, and silently recited the words of S-level devil fruit, give me a Logia. Land Rover got Nianian in his mouth and walked into the awakening space. The moment you close the door, the space changes, and you come to an independent space. In fact, it was the awakening space that brought her thinking to the independent space, and he himself was still there. That is to say, his thinking consciousness entered the thinking consciousness of the awakening space. Instead of taking 6 steps forward and 6 steps to the left as others said, he hopped 6 steps on each foot on the spot, and then felt the space with his thinking consciousness. Boom boom boom. Then there was movement in this space. Then a rare light appeared. A golden light appeared, and everyone in the square was stunned. Instant excitement boiled up. Is that golden light? I go. Oh my god, isn't that the color of the phantom beast species? Is it? How long has it been since the phantom beast species appeared? Yes. It's a phantom beast. He's so lucky that he has awakened a super rare phantom beast. What kind of luck is this? Does it take away all of Sally's luck? That's it, the phantom beast species that hasn't appeared for a long time. Sharp. I heard some rumors about phantom beasts. As long as they don't get assassinated in the middle, they will definitely be able to develop the fruit ability to ultimate, and even to the awakened state. But awakening is too difficult, so some troubles have occurred during this time. Let's see how the higher-ups protect it. If it is well protected, our Dragon Kingdom will come out with another peak combat power. Yes, ha ha ha, we have another peak combat power. But let's wait until he comes out to see which animal type he awakened from. I heard that tortoises and tigers are both very powerful. Looking forward to the moment when he comes out. Yes, now that the tiger and the tortoise have come out, let's see if he is a phantom beast like the dragon and phoenix mentioned before. In the awakening space, Land Rover took a look. It turned out to be a phantom beast. He looked at the golden light around him. Excited and amazed, I can't control myself. Gold represents the phantom beast species in Zone. In my memory, this world has awakened the phantom beast. Devil fruit can develop devil fruit to the maximum extent in the end, and then become a strong one. It feels like magic. Perhaps it is because of the great protection and help of the country. According to the situation in memory, some big countries now have quite a few phantom beast species, even as many as 3 or 4. But no matter which country the phantom beasts belong to the core strategic members of the country, after all, they are super powerful existences. I haven't awakened to Logia just now, and the idea of becoming a top Logia in my heart has been disillusioned. But being able to awaken a rarer phantom beast made him even more excited. I just don't know which phantom beast it is. Land Rover's heart is full of expectations. So, he continued to communicate with this space with his consciousness to speed up the awakening time of devil fruit. After a few minutes, a big turtle appeared in front of him, which meant that this devil fruit was a basaltic mythical beast in the shape of a turtle. Immediately after returning to the awakening space, a devil fruit shining with golden light formed in front of Land Rover, and the golden light gradually faded away. Also see the shape of devil fruit clearly. But in his consciousness, Land Rover has already seen clearly which animal it is. Turtle fruit, phantom beast, Xuanwu divine beast form. Looks like it's a fool's life. According to memory, the previous owner of this phantom beast was a mighty defender of a big country, and one beast withstood thousands of troops. Possesses very powerful defensive moves. Although it is not Kaido's Yu fruit blue dragon form. Much better than animal fruit. Awakening outside the space. Our classmate, ha 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 ha. My god, my deskmate. The pot has exploded outside, and everyone present, no matter teachers, classmates or parents, are as happy as if they have won the prize. Perhaps this is a kind of excitement that the country has strengthened. In the awakening space, when Land Rover knew that he was a golden phantom beast, he wondered for a moment whether it was Kaido's green dragon fruit. But some things are good to choose first, and there will be gaps if you have expectations. But this fruit is not bad, so be content. As long as you improve your strength and learn hockey well, it shouldn't be a big problem. Next, I will eat this phantom beast fruit. After eating the fruit, this fruit is his. Just like when we play stocks and sell the stocks, the money we earn after we get the money is our own. This fruit is a private property, and cannot be snatched by others. You need to use your mind to release it. You can also keep it, go out and eat again. But he didn't choose to go out and eat it, he still wants to eat it now. People outside don't know if you eat or not. However, I heard that there are cases where someone drove a rare devil fruit and was threatened with his life outside without eating it. The moment Land Rover reached out to grab the fruit and was about to deliver it to his mouth, a voice sounded. The lucky one selected by devil fruit, congratulations for unlocking the cheat. The lucky ones detected to drive to devil fruit, please check your lucky gift bag. What? Cheat. There is also a lucky gift bag. Quote. Yes, he was reading novels before, and saw that some traversers can have some bonuses such as systems, cheats, and so on. He is very happy at this moment, so he is not in a hurry to eat this devil fruit. While he was still in a happy mood, Cheat's voice sounded again. Lucky task. Find a Paramesha devil fruit, exchange devil fruit with its owner and eat it. Completing the task will give you rewards, and if you eat the gravity fruit, you can get super rare rewards. There are even missions, there will be rewards for completing the missions, and if you complete the difficult ones according to his prompts, there will be super rare rewards. After all, it's Cheat's suggestion, so I definitely won't cheat myself, so I still follow his suggestion to complete it. Although I also like string fruit lion fruit shock fruit. If she just got the gravity fruit and refuses to exchange it, then choose another one. It is not too bad to exchange this fruit for Paramesha fruit if it is well exchanged, and there are super rare rewards. What are the rewards that can only be expected to be ultra rare now? But there is a novice gift pack. Let's see what is the novice gift pack first. There is a novice gift package in the mind, open it. Congratulations to the lucky one who opened the novice gift package. The first one will get Conqueror's Hockey Primary. The second one will be rewarded with one of 3 options: Green Pepper Head Hammer, Sabo's Dragon Claw Hand, and Sandwich Ham. Land Rover was shocked after hearing this. The novice package will have a junior hockey As soon as I came here, I knew that there is no hockey here, and Logia is basically invincible. For the second reward option, I chose Sabo's Dragon Claw hand without even thinking about it. Land Rover felt the changes in his body, slowly experienced the use of Conqueror's Haki, searched for Sabo's appearance in his previous life memory, and turned into a Dragon Claw with armament Haki attached. With such a small appearance, I still don't know how much damage will be caused. The Novice Gift Pack has such a good reward. The ultra-rare rewards will definitely not be bad. So don't even think about it, try to complete the suggestion given by Cheat to exchange Gravity Devil Fruit. Even Cheat can send this task, which means that Sally hasn't eaten the fruit yet. There is still a chance to exchange, otherwise there will be no chance to exchange, so what is the mission? Then put away the devil fruit now, which cannot be taken away by others, because only with consciousness, you can release and take it back, others will not know whether to eat it or not, without using the ability. Now he has stepped out of the awakening space. Everyone looked at him with envious eyes, and he ran away quickly to avoid being targeted, and then went to the devil fruit exchange venue. Although Cheat didn't say the time limit for completing this task, but the opponent may eat the devil fruit 1 minute later, so the sooner the better. The starter pack has Conqueror's Haki, not to mention the ultra-rare rewards. I am a little looking forward to what this reward is. As soon as Land Rover walked to the venue, he heard the broadcast. Important good news. Important good news. Lou Rover, a student in class 15 of the third year of our school, has just awakened the Zone Turtle Fruit, Phantom Beast species, and Basalt Beast form. The school has decided to give rewards, and the content of the rewards has not yet been determined. I hope the students will work hard to improve their strength and awaken the powerful One Devil Fruit, defend your home from monsters. The broadcast has been broadcasting this content repeatedly, it seems that not being famous is enough. At this time, the whole dormitory was boiling, and the students who had already awakened in the classroom, and those who hadn't, were extremely happy. After all, it is a rare encounter to awaken a Phantom Beast species, and it was basically awakened in the capital, Demon City, before. There are almost no Phantom Beasts awakened in other places, but the Phantom Beasts awakened in Yangcheng today. Both the school leaders, teachers, students and parents will be proud of this. Especially the classmates and teachers of Class 15, Senior 3, and his deskmate. I'm really overjoyed. Let me tell you that Lou Rover is a bit naughty. I am at the same table with him. He takes classes very seriously, and after the game, he has to tutor the younger brothers and sisters in the orphanage. In the principal's office, the principal who was listening to the report heard the news, immediately played excited music, and danced with the secretary. Things can be done later, such a happy thing, I am so happy. My enthusiasm is like a fire. At this time, the phone in the principal's office also rang. The principal didn't want to answer it at first, but he chose to go over and check the incoming call information. Then continue. Hello, I am the new principal, what instructions do you have? Hello, new principal. I'm Instructor Blue Star of the Dragon Team. The Dragon Special Forces is the most powerful mysterious force in the Dragon Kingdom. The Dragon Group is a mysterious organization with powerful instructors and students who master all the secrets of the Dragon Kingdom. It can be said that it is the best cultivation resource and cultivation environment in Yulong Kingdom. One batch after another, there are masters trained one after another. There is nothing that cannot be cultivated, only unexpected ones. I heard that the strength of the master has improved very quickly after entering, and it is a place where everyone is scrambling to go. No matter what demon fruit power it is, under the training environment and training resources over there, the strength will improve rapidly. Hi Blue Instructor. Any instructions? The new headmaster let out a sigh. It was only when the news spread so quickly that people from the Dragon Group already knew about it and made a call. He himself reckoned that you had already heard the news before you stepped out of the awakening space. It seems that the channel for getting news from the Dragon Group is a bit powerful. This intelligence ability, this execution ability is really terrifying. After Lan Xing and the new principal introduced themselves, they only talked about the topic. I got the news that your school just had a Phantom Beast awakened by a student from Land Rover. Is this true? True. Very true, sure. Congratulations to your new principal for training a very outstanding talent for Longguo. No, no. Obviously yes, but still say no, it means that Land Rover was not trained by your school. It's our school, it's our school, it's a joke. Our Dragon Special Forces team will go there to pick up people and conduct training. But you also know, the new principal, that being a devil fruit carrier of Eudemon species is very important to our country and our people. Now our main task it is to protect him, so to protect this powerful future flower, please use the highest level of protection measures in your school. Until the personnel of the Dragon Special Forces go to pick him up. I received it, it should be done like this. The new principal also nodded quickly before the phone call. Phantom Beast elites have always been assassinated by hostile forces or hostile countries. Although the school is the safest place in every city, no student has been assassinated in the school. If there is no school in Longguo, it does not mean that there is no other school. This can only prove that our Longguo is still very good in the selection of teaching resources. It has happened in other places. Just next to Ice Country, the Phantom Beast elite who awakened 3 years ago was assassinated. And the assassin is the ghost of the world's #1 assassination organization. Therefore, in recent years, all countries will take strong protection measures against the powerful Tianzhou. The new principal knows the importance of this matter, which is related to the development of the people's country. After hanging up Ranksen's phone call, he immediately dialed the mayor and deputy mayor of Yangcheng, the numbers of all parties. They should also contribute to this protective measure. In just over 10 minutes, all parties received a call from the new principal, and the former had already appeared in the awakening space of the school. The mayor is here. My God, the mayor is here. Isn't that the governor's secretary? I'm here too. Isn't that Sally's elder? They're here too. Yes, it seems to be Sally's grandpa. Some characters that can only be seen on TV are here. It seems that something important is going to happen. Their appearance also surprised some students and parents. It must be a big thing, isn't it, for Land Rover? That's an awakened phantom beast, how can you not protect it? However, Land Rover has just walked out of the awakening space, and the staff at the exchange venue sent them the news of seeing Land Rover. Then all of them went to the exchange venue. In less than a minute, they had already passed in front of Land Rover. Land Rover felt a sense of oppression, which was a bit strong. They used all their strength to resist, and they were about to suffocate. At this time, the new principal also came from behind. Come out. The principal walked over with a smile on his face and said, "Don't be afraid of Lu Rover, they are here to celebrate you, they are here to protect you. These protective measures are for you, a phantom beast. I never thought that Yangcheng could launch such protective measures. Lu Rover, great job, you want to be the pride of Yangcheng. Lu Rover, work hard, work hard." There were also 2 strong men who followed up after the new principal's speech. Land Rover said, "Hello, new principal." The principal said, "Haha. I'm not afraid to face so many big bosses, not bad, it really is my old and new student." This headmaster put gold on his face again. Several of the former glanced at the principal, thinking that you are so outrageous. Do you want some face? After feeling their eyes, the principal continued, "The instructor of the Dragon Special Forces just called me. They are coming from the capital to pick you up. Congratulations from Land Rover. You can become a member of the Dragon Special Forces. I also know that they are the organization that we all want to join. Dragon Group. Special Forces." Land Rover immediately searched for the memory, only to know what kind of existence this is. For others, it must be a good development organization, but going to the Special Forces with cheats is not hindering my growth. And now he is looking for Sally to exchange fruits. If he wants to go, she will go, not me. So the Special Operations team should have nothing to do with him. The headmaster took out a card, handed it over and said, "By the way, you just got the Phantom Beast species. These are some rewards from the school. It's all in there. Take a look yourself, there are not many, the school little thought. There should be money in the card. All students who awaken S-level devil fruit can get a lot of rewards." Land Rover thought for a while, but reached out and took it away. "Anyway, I was the one who awakened, so I deserve this reward. Although the fruit will be exchanged later, he is the one who awakens. If the principal finds out that I change the fruit later, he won't ask me to come back. But after thinking about it again, these are just some little karami, and there are rewards from Yangcheng and the country behind. He is still thinking about finding Sally as soon as possible, and then try to exchange the fruit and eat it. But it seems that Sally is not here. After all, this is the devil fruit exchange venue. Here is for some people who don't like their own fruits to exchange. Two fruits that they don't like, the exchange students can become the ones they don't like. For example, some beauties have awakened the pug fruit. Do you think she will take it? The awakened devil fruit can be kept in consciousness for 7 days. If you have transportation, you can go to another school to change in time. The reason why he came over was that Lou Rover thought that the gravity fruit awakened by Sally should come to exchange. Now it seems that the genius of the Phantom Beast, is here, and with so many strong people being so lively, it is estimated that the people who change the fruit will not be able to sit still. In fact, Sally, the class flower of class 14 in the third year of senior high school, stayed on the side, so it is very easy to find Sally now, just say a few words out loud. But with so many people around, he didn't dare to be so high profile. After all, this is an exchange of Phantom Beast fruit for gravity fruit. Just thinking about it is incredible. So keep it low-key and do this kind of thing. Otherwise, something big will happen. Not only domestic shocks, but also shocks abroad. Then Land Rover followed the principal to the office. Of course, the former also followed closely. Lou Rover looked at the group of them, and then he was stunned. The group of them followed. How do I exchange devil fruit? The people from the special team who can't shoot Jackie Chan came to pick it up, and I haven't replaced it yet. Who knows what happens after being picked up? Just follow Cheat's instructions. So Land Rover still thinks it is better to take the initiative, otherwise what if they are knocked out and carried away forcibly? Then he said to the headmaster, "Headmaster, I think." Before the words were finished, the principal said directly, "What do you think? I tell you that we will not leave you half a meter until the people from the dragon team come to pick you up." The headmaster said it directly, because the situation is so serious now. People from the ghosts and gods may have entered the Dragon Kingdom, and with the relationship between the Dragon Kingdom and the Ice Kingdom, the birthplace of the ghosts and gods is also in the Ice Kingdom. So ghosts and gods have often been dispatched in the Dragon Kingdom in recent years. So now the new principal doesn't dare to relax, and everyone present doesn't dare to relax either. They are all engrossed in paying attention to the movement outside. Seeing the principal's situation, Land Rover seems to be unable to exchange privately, so they should know. That can only be said clearly. "Principal, listen to me, I don't want to leave, I don't want you to leave, I don't want to leave you far or anything. I just want to say a few words to Sally's elders, it should be okay." Quote. The principal said, "Yes, it is definitely possible. I was too anxious just now." Elder Sally came over and said, "What am I looking for?" Land Rover said, "That's it, I want to talk to you about a deal." The principal frowned, and the mayor was puzzled. The hearts of the strong men are a little uneasy. It slowly emerged, showing unhappiness on the face. Elder Sally showed a little smile and said, "If you want to discuss business with me, you might as well talk about it. Those who do business with him are the elites of Phantom Beasts, and they will definitely have a bright future in the future. It is not a loss to make friends now. Who wouldn't want to befriend him?" So he was so happy. Then all the strong men saw Land Rover, expecting what kind of business he would open his mouth to do. "Actually, I want to discuss this deal with your granddaughter Sally. I wonder if you can contact her now. Ask her to come over if it's convenient for you." "About my granddaughter? What's happening here? Have you spotted my granddaughter?" The other former also agreed that, after all, Sally is beautiful and powerful. "But that's okay, this son-in-law is very satisfied. Ha 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 ha, that's great, the Phantom Beast Awakener is my son-in-law. He's thinking about it." There is a strong man who has been paying attention to Land Rover. He has never seen Land Rover since we met. There are some smiles and so on. So guess it is to exchange fruit. Elder Sally, look at the strong men. After all, he is also an old fox, so he needs their consent to ask. So he looked at the principal. The principal hesitated for a moment and said, "Sally is also a student of our school. She is in class 14 of the third year of high school. Land Rover is in class 15 of the third year of high school. It doesn't matter if it's your juniors, but you can't come in. You have to talk outside the door. Save the deputy secretary's expressionless face. The face of the strong man who guessed it became uneasy. But the headmaster has said so, and the others will not have any opinions. They are also cooperating with the country to protect the awakened phantom beasts. Okay, then I'll tell her to come over now. I also want to see what kind of business you two young people will have. After finishing speaking, he picked up the phone and called Sally. Soon, Sally appeared outside the office door. Grandpa, why did you ask me to come here? Ha ha ha, the one next to me is Lou Rover, the awakened phantom beast. You should know him. He is in the class next to yours. Calling you, it's not me looking for you but he looking for you. He said he has a business deal with you talk. Quote question mark quote. Oh, he's doing business with me again. I've only met him a few times, so Sally is a little confused. In the morning, she awakened the A-level Paramesha gravity fruit, but failed to awaken the S-level fruit, which made her grandpa and the family disappointed. Then go to devil fruit to exchange and match, want to exchange a powerful fruit. After all, this gravity fruit is useless, it is very common for killing enemies. It's okay if it's used for auxiliary functions to fly. Then he heard that someone from class 15 next door had awakened the phantom beast, Land Rover, but she really didn't recognize it. Although she has been an alumnus of the class next door for 3 years, she may not know everyone. After all, she is a class girl in class 14, and many people chase after her. So it's normal not to notice Land Rover. She has been cultivating assiduously according to the requirements of her family. Not to mention the people in the next class, even the people in her own class are unfamiliar. The ones who have a little impression are the people who came to lick her. And now Grandpa told her that Land Rover wanted to make a deal with her. So Salomon. Then may I ask what kind of business Lou Rover would like to do for me, please tell me. At this time, it is inevitable that I will be a little overwhelmed. Because just now when she exchanged venues at Devil Fruit, she saw how the Land Rover was shining, like a sun. But I've never seen him so happy. If it was someone else, he would have jumped like a dog. Rarely is he so calm. And how could he be so calm like that? At that time, he felt that such a calm person, plus the awakened phantom beast species, he must be a god-man in the future. So she didn't look at it too much, because it was destined that there would be no intersection between them. He will become the kind of strong man that the country needs to guard one side. But not long after, Grandpa asked him to come over and told him that Land Rover was looking for her for business. So now Sally's heart is a little messed up. With her strength, she can't think of a reason. In fact, not only Sally, most of the powerhouses here can't figure out why, only that one thought of this deal. When everyone is looking forward to a sale. Lou Rover said, "You haven't eaten that gravity fruit yet. I want to exchange my phantom beast fruit for your gravity fruit." At this moment, everyone present was stunned, including the strong man who guessed. The guess was different from what he actually heard. At this time, the principal said loudly, "What? What did you say?" Others followed suit. "Have you lost your mind? What are you kidding?" "Hey, just kidding, don't play like this." Lou Rover said firmly. "I want to exchange my phantom beast fruit for your gravity fruit." All of you don't know how to cheat. But in their opinion, their brains are flooded. You, Lou Rover, that's a phantom beast. "Oh, you don't have to act like this if you like Sally so much," said the strong man who thought he had guessed it. The principal was shocked and felt incredible. All the stronger also you look at me, I look at you. Then they instinctively said to the principal, "That's right, Lou Rover. You don't have to be like this. Now that you are an awakened phantom beast, there is nothing you can't get in the future." Because they all know that Lou Rover is an orphan, and he took the phantom beast species, which has little impact on Yangchung's sphere of influence, and it has a lot of benefits but no harm. And let Sally get the phantom beast species, Yangchung may change the world. Grandpa Sally is too happy to speak now, afraid that they will stop Lou Rover's idea. If they really exchange, then their family will be much stronger. It really doesn't have to be like this. When you came out of the dragon group, you were all strong on your own. What kind of things can't you get? Why is it called exchanging phantom beast species? That's right, now you don't have the phantom beast, and after taking the gravity fruit, there's nothing left behind. You're just an ordinary student and commoner. Then Sally, who got the phantom beast, will go straight to the top, and she'll still fall in love with you. You are really thinking about it. Land Rover. All strong men are trying to persuade Land Rover. Grandpa Sally is listening, that hate. Sally, who is outside the door, heard it like a dream, even more than a dream. What's the situation? But listening to his tone, it doesn't feel like a joke, it's true. He really wants to switch with me. He actually likes me. Then there was another burst of imagination in Sally's mind. When did he like me, even to such an extent? Don't want the phantom beast fruit. Land Rover was also speechless for a while. Then he smiled helplessly and said, I think you have misunderstood. I just really want the gravity fruit. I know her because she is the class flower of class 14. Everyone is discussing her in the morning. I don't know her at all, but I talked and liked her. Then Rover shook his head. I really like gravity fruit very simply. I have a lot of whimsical ideas about the development of gravity fruit. And Sally just got gravity devil fruit, so I can only find her to trade, and it happens that she is also a class flower. That's really all there is to it. A lot of things are just like this by chance. I only timed it in the morning, and in the afternoon I said that I like someone else, but I can't justify it myself. But everyone reads Land Rover's language and knows that he is not lying. He's really not out of love, not because he likes Sally. I really like gravity devil fruit. Really outrageous. There are such people in the world. What a shame. Then it's not because you like her. Why do you want to change with her? There are so many people out there. If you don't want to change with them, you have to change with her. I think you are greedy for other people's bodies. Ha ha ha. A person who didn't want Sally very much and got the devil fruit of the phantom beast said. When Grandpa Sally heard this, her entire face turned dark. This sentence is a joke, but it is very insidious. After hearing this, Land Rover said, swap it with someone else. With whom? Who still has the fruit of gravity? She was supposed to awaken the S-level devil fruit. Everyone was talking about the gravity fruit to awaken in the morning, so I know, so now I can only think of exchanging it with her. Quote. By the way, Sally's strength and talent are exchanged with her. You see, maybe the talent of the Eudemon's devil fruit can be developed more powerfully than others. Wouldn't that be a good thing for our country? If it's changed, then maybe, then wouldn't it be a loss of a strong phantom beast? So you don't need to say anything, this matter is also a matter between Sally and me. As long as she agrees and I agree, we can trade. Land Rover said so. Everyone sees what Land Rover said, do you think it is reasonable? Sally outside the door felt a little disappointed when she heard that Lou Rover didn't like her. Then Sally, I will exchange the phantom beast fruit for your gravity fruit, are you willing? Sally looked at Grandpa at this time. Land Rover has said that, why don't you want to? Grandpa said angrily. Okay. I do. Everyone uses their consciousness to take out the fruits and exchange them directly. Land Rover thought the ultra-rare rewards were coming. Lou Rover took a sip and said, Principal and seniors, now the person you want to protect is her, I can go. The principal shook his head helplessly and didn't know why he did this, but it was cute to see him eat the gravity fruit quickly. The principal thought to himself and hoped that you would not regret it later. Sally is holding the phantom beast fruit unrealistically. Seeing Lou Rover's appearance, I also believed his words. It seems that he really doesn't like himself. He said with a bit of guilt, do you need anything else? This kind of exchange seems unfair. Or we will help you if you come to our house later. Land Rover paused to think, just kept thinking about completing Cheat's mission, and did it according to his suggestion. I didn't think about the equality of this transaction, so thinking about it now, it's a bit too unreasonable not to exchange the Paramesha fruit for the real Eudemons. Otherwise, everyone else would scold him for being out of his mind. Such outrageous things can be done. After hearing this, Grandpa Sally also thought it was reasonable, and then said to the powerful people, well, I will give you 6% of the shares of our family group. Don't underestimate me, even though it is only 6%, it is still a lot every year. Quote. Lou Rover thought about it, and in the future he should go to the secret realm to cultivate by himself, so he said, Well, you allow me to enter the secret realm at the mayor's side. Add this one. The mayor looked at them and said, no problem. Lu Rover said, then you can transfer the shares you gave me to the orphanage. Then I can enter the secret realm of Yangcheng at any time. Everyone saw that the money that Land Rover directly received was transferred to the orphanage that raised them. This kind of attitude can make them feel moved. When Land Rover is ready to go, hear Cheat's voice. Congratulations for completing the task and eating the gravity fruit. Reward for observation hockey reaching a high level, gravity fruit awakening development progress bar. Then a bunch of memories and operations flooded into Land Rover's mind, and his consciousness increased. Now his observation hockey can cover half of Yangcheng. The actual combat experience of various gravity fruits and the matching attacks of gravity fruits, as if I have used it for countless years, now I can control it very easily. Because of the match between gravity fruit and observation hockey, this reward is awesome, great. He also tried to search for meteorites in the sky like Fujitora, but he was still not strong enough to control a meteorite. After experiencing the rewards in this way, I started to feel exhausted and out of breath. That's amazing, no wonder it's an ultra-rare reward. If I don't kill myself now, I don't have to die. Observation hockey reaches a high level, you can know the opponent's attack in advance, you can fly, and you can dodge it at any time. The strong man in the room suddenly felt a very powerful force, which flashed in an instant. It feels like I've been seen through. This is how they felt when Land Rover's knowledge swept by. What's going on? Is this the power of the fruit of gravity? No way, he just ate it. It seems that he really has a lot of experience in the development of gravity fruit as he said. When they look at Land Rover, they feel that the temperament of Land Rover has changed, and it no longer feels like a little clammy just now. Now everyone seems to understand a bit, why did he do this, why is it so outrageous, if he doesn't like Sally, he still wants to change the gravity fruit. But they are still a little puzzled. Land Rover could sense the change in their thoughts, quickly changed the subject and gasped, Sally, why are you still in a daze, eat the devil fruit quickly. Sally looked left and right. There are so many people, don't be shy, they are all protecting you. Eat it quickly, or you won't be incapable if someone assassinates you later. In fact, the time from eating the fruit to getting the reward and trial ability in Land Rover is actually very little, less than 5 minutes. And during this time, Sally just stood there in a daze. Stay still. But Land Rover can also understand, after all, there is a big gap in my heart. From morning to now, from the A-level devil fruit to the phantom beast fruit, the mood gap is really like a roller coaster. Sally was originally one of the 3 powerful members of Yangcheng. Not to mention being able to awaken phantom beasts, at least she was able to awaken an S-level Logia devil fruit. When she awakened, she got an A-level devil fruit, Paramesha gravity fruit. Anyone who encounters it will probably not be able to stand it. It's also half a day, and it's spread from school. Just think about it this way and you will know how much public opinion pressure she has. Then how much pressure will she have in Yangcheng after a while? To put it bluntly, people in the family may also reject her. After all, the people of the family used a lot of resources to train her, but in exchange for this result. Now these situations should no longer exist. Because what she is holding is a phantom beast. She was thinking. Someone would call her a phantom beast on his own initiative, and it wasn't because of chasing her. What could this be? How is this possible? But it happened again. Now Land Rover is urging her to eat devil fruit quickly, so this should not be a dream. It's not a fantasy made by your own brain. I'm not dreaming. He really switched with me. Sally looked down at the phantom beast devil fruit she was holding in her hand and was talking to herself, until she heard Land Rover calling him to eat the devil fruit. The principal looked at the situation and said helplessly, he has exchanged it with you. He was anxious to eat it just now. You still don't believe it is true. Even if he regrets it now, he can't exchange it with you for the fruit of gravity. It seems that this girl is under too much pressure, the pressure has been too heavy for a long time. So much so that I still can't believe it, it's true. Lu Rover stepped forward to hold her hand and said to his mouth, it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, you can't go wrong if you eat it. Yes. Nothing wrong. You can't go wrong with eating it. Sally quickly ate it. Grandpa Sally finally felt relieved. What happened just now? He was so embarrassed at such a big deal, and told Sally to eat it, and then saw Sally in a daze, feeling anxious, more uncomfortable than ants in a hot pot. Now their target is on Sally. Lou Rover began to look back at the development progress of the fruit of gravity and so on. Soon to see him surprised. It turns out that Paramesh's view first acts on objects, then acts on gas, and finally acts on living organisms. This is a step-by-step development sequence. That is to say, Fujitora still acts on objects, not gas, let alone life. Later, you can directly change the weight of the gas, just like putting a bunch of hydrogen and oxygen together by changing the weight. If you add a little flame, it will be a big explosion. Wait for these examples. Then this ultra-rare reward is really awesome. It seems that I haven't seen this reward just now. I thought that even meteorites can't be controlled. It's still super rare. With this development idea, the gravity fruit can also be said to be devastating. In the end, it is possible to control life forms, just like the shock fruit of Whitebeard's Summit War, which can also vibrate the ground and the air on the sea surface. This is the second part of Whitebeard's control of air. If he can control life forms, then it is also a spy who can directly control the vibration of your whole body and burst your blood vessels to death. Then the fruit of gravity can control the living body, directly double your blood or bones and smash yourself to death. It seems that there is a lot of room for the development of devil fruit. If the natural fruit can also be like this, it will be scary. Fortunately, in the memory, the objects are controlled in the first stage, and the air is not controlled in the second stage. After sorting out his thoughts, Lou Rover came back to his senses and said, "The new principal, now he is a phantom beast capable user, so I can go now. Don't need so many seniors, protect me." The new principal said, "Well, now that the fruit of your awakened phantom beast has spread all over the sky, if you go out now, it is equivalent to throwing yourself into a trap and being ambushed by people organized by ghosts and gods. Now that you are exchanging fruits, only a few of us here know about this. We didn't say it, even if we announced it, how could others believe it? Anyway, if it wasn't what I saw now, I definitely wouldn't believe it. So you should stay in school for a while, and it will be a holiday after a few days." Quote. The principal said it seriously for the safety of Land Rover, and Land Rover didn't know how to reply for a while. But Lou Rover didn't think it was a problem. In fact, he left first, and none of them could stop him. After all, there is already the basic armament hockey and Conqueror's hockey plus the advanced observation hockey. They really can't stop Land Rover. So Lou Rover waited for the people from the Dragon Group to come and pick up Sally, and then the elders, the strong ones, would leave too. But this is also because the principal is worried about his safety. He is also embarrassed, making it difficult for the principal. The principal looked at his appearance, thought about the safety issue and said, "That's not necessarily at school. The fruit of gravity you awakened now can go to the secret realm to work hard to improve yourself. Ghosts and gods can't enter the secret realm. At present, the secret realm the mayor of the area is in charge. Dare to ask the mayor, it should be no problem. Yes, I can go to the secret realm. Otherwise, if you have just awakened the fruit of gravity, it will be difficult to get promoted if you continue to stay in school. It's just about to have a holiday, and the secret realm is a good place to go." Of course, Land Rover has never been to the secret place. After all, he only watched it on TV before, and his heart is not full of curiosity. But with his current strength, there shouldn't be any problem. The mayor said, "No problem, other people won't go in, only the strong people in our city and the elites from various schools can go in and exercise. Moreover, entering the secret realm is certified, and even blood certification is required. There is no need to talk about safety issues." The mayor said no problem, so the principal was relieved, and the others would not have any opinions. To put it bluntly, other people don't care about you as the owner of the gravity fruit, it's none of our business. The object they want to protect now is Sally. The principal handed over a protective necklace and said, "Then follow the mayor to the secret place, here is a necklace I made, you have to wear it to save your life." When the people from the Dragon Group came to pick up Dan Lee, we would announce this matter or let the media make it public, but they would definitely not believe it. You stay in the secret place, use the ability of the gravity fruit when you come out, and then everyone will believe that you have exchanged the fruit, but remember to come out to participate in a school competition before graduation. Represent the school in the league in Yangcheng. The principal is still thoughtful for his safety. Lu Rover thought he would accept it in order not to worry the principal, after all he was really worried about himself. He also thought that it would be good to let the few strong seniors present know. Now it seems that the headmaster wants to announce the fruit exchange, so what kind of media is used? Phantom Beast fruit exchange for gravity fruit. It's so far away. Let the people of the whole country know that I will probably be sprayed like a dog. It seems that when you come out to use your strength, you have to prove yourself ruinously. The mayor replied, okay, no problem, I will take him to the secret realm later. New principal, don't worry. Sally came back to her soul at this time. He reacted and said, Land Rover, thank you. Sally's grandfather said, Student Lu Rover, thank you very much. I also represent our family, thank you. There is nothing wrong with this Phantom Beast Devil fruit, which can really lead the family to prosperity. Thanks for them. Land Rover nodded. Then he teased Banhua and said, Yo, I finally came back to my senses. Believe it's true. Sally nodded shyly. Land Rover said indifferently, Don't worry too much about it, this is a deal. Everyone gets what they need, remember to transfer some shares to the orphanage garden. For Land Rover, it was actually earned in blood. I also got a super rare reward, it's so good, don't want it. But for Sally, it saved her life, helped her family, and almost saved her inner world. Land Rover didn't care what Sally thought. Then he glanced at Sally. Sally was really pretty. Just at this time, there is a little fluctuation in the space here. Land Rover sensed that two people were about to appear. Then a door appeared, and a man and a woman came out wearing the costumes of the Longzhoot team. This is the arrival of the Dragon team. The principal saw the two of them and said, The members of the Dragon Special Forces team have arrived. Hi, new principal, I'm Lan Xin from the Dragon Group Special Forces team that I've talked to you on the phone. This is my colleague Fat Da. Blue Star said politely after standing still. After all, these are all seniors, and they also help them protect the awakened phantom beasts. The new headmaster quickly went up to say hello, and then told the other side, everyone strong. After everyone has said hello, Lan Xing walked towards Lu Rover, winked his eyes and said, This is the handsome guy who awakened the devil fruit. Lu Rover trembled when he saw this. The expressions of the others became a little dignified. I'm indeed the Land Rover who awakened the Phantom Beast devil fruit, but she ate the Phantom Beast. Land Rover pointed at Sally. What's going on? Lan Xing wondered. Quote. The principal said the matter again. Lan Xing was dumbfounded after hearing this. What kind of international joke is this? And it's not under coercion and like each other's situation. This is voluntary, but why? Are you sure to tell me that you did not trade under duress? If you have something to say, I can guarantee your safety. Lan Xing sneaked up to the Land Rover and said softly. Because you have to ensure Sally's character, not her threat to you, because if such a person becomes the strongest, it will be a disaster for our country. Yes, after all, this is to become a super strong guarding the country. If you are in a bad mood, you will become the scourge of the country. Hello, Blue Star instructor, you are right to be so responsible, but no one threatened me. I did it voluntarily, because I really want the fruit of gravity. Lan Xing was stunned for a moment, then scanned everyone around, and finally stopped at the governor's secretary, who nodded. Because after all, if you want to believe it at this time, you can only trust the secretary of the governor. So Blue Star was relieved. In that case, although everyone wants to join the Dragon team, I still want to ask you, Sally, are you willing to join the Dragon team? So Blue Star took Sally away. Land Rover then said to the mayor, Then please send me to the secret place to play. The Blue Star instructor who took Sally away kept thinking back to what Land Rover said just now, the gravity fruit is very powerful. It just doesn't get better developed. So I will definitely change it. Blue Star is still very puzzled about this matter. Because she knows that the country's most powerful gravity fruit owner can smash down an object the size of an airplane at most, and its destructive power is unbelievable, so she is called a great devil fruit. But if it is as powerful as Land Rover said, I don't know. Does he have better development thinking and development ability? Land Rover also told her that if the development level is the same, the gravity fruit can be ranked in the top 3 in Paramesha. According to my current situation, if I develop it, it will be the strongest Paramesha. After all, in this world, they are still dealing with objects in the first stage. So Blue Star has doubts. That's now that Land Rover has advanced observation hockey, smashing down a plane is a breeze. It is normal for them in this world not to believe what Land Rover said. Because he has read the manga One Piece, he knows Fujitora's development and application of gravity fruit. When they all left, the new principal issued a notice. Announced that Land Rover exchanged Sally Gravity Devil fruit with his awakened Phantom Beast fruit. This message spread quickly. The entire campus was shaken in an instant. In just 15 minutes, the entire Yangcheng was shaken. A lot of media reporters are here. When this information spread on the internet, it really looked like what Land Rover expected. Your brain is flooded. What the hell? This can be changed. Impossible. How can it be? It feels like even if it's flooded, it's impossible to exchange. Could it be that the message was sent to protect him? Possible. But this is the principal's special wholesale news. My god, what kind of international joke are you talking about? Since it's the headmaster's special wholesale news, it won't be Land Rover, let's shine for love and offer fruits for love. Probably not. I haven't seen him touch Sally, the class flower of class 14. That should be to confuse ghosts and gods, because ghosts and gods have taken a lot of shots against our elites recently. It seems to make sense. Principal, it's not impossible to take a cover to protect him. Confuse the people from the ghost organization. Don't be confused, kill at most 2 people. Don't believe me, the principal has made it clear to the media. Believe it, Class 14 Flower Sally has already left with the Dragon Group. For half a day, the people of the whole country were boiling. This matter directly dominates the hot searches. Various titles are available. Phantom Beasts exchange for Gravity Fruit, this is a fruit for love. Is it a conspiracy to exchange the Phantom Beast species for the fruit of gravity? The hot list is basically about Land Rover and Sally. There are still some people watching things on the internet, believe it or not. Most of them are still in the state of watching melons, and don't care about their own affairs, just look at it. At this time, Land Rover has entered the secret realm of Yangcheng under the leadership of the mayor. Land Rover looked at this outfit, it's really good. Clothes, shoes, etc. are priceless equipment. This is the equipment that the Sally family brought to the entrance of the secret realm, and it was given to Land Rover to enter the secret realm. After entering the secret realm, Land Rover sighed, then come and experience this world. Go on an adventure like Luffy. At present, one's own strength also needs to be improved. Gravity fruit still needs to be developed. So after you come in, go outside right away. Walking and walking, a first-level monster came out from the side. Directly a dragon claw hand. Now I don't have a concept of the level of monsters, so the first shot is the dragon claw hand. It blasted out and shattered the monster. I haven't shot since I got dragon claw hand in hockey, so it must be cool to come out now. After all, the new principal and all the experts were there before. So he has long been hungry and thirsty, and he will go to the monster when he sees it. Who are your parents? The body is 2 big monsters of a Land Rover, and it is hit in seconds by one move. Then use the power of the gravity fruit to smash those pieces of meat into the ground. Can't stand a little nausea. I really didn't expect the power of the dragon claw hand to be so powerful. Or is it that level 1 monsters are too weak? Why don't you just use the gravity fruit's ability next time and let him fall to the ground? A girl came back from the outside and just saw the scene at the intersection, but left without communicating with Land Rover. Lu Rover also saw her, and knew in his memory that he knew her. Lan, the school flower, awakened snow fruit. During this time, Lan was in the secret realm, so she didn't know what was going on outside. In the classroom of grade 14 of the school. Brother Wei, I heard that Land Rover has gone to the secret realm of Yangcheng, should we go in and mess with him? That's for sure, I just ate the fruit, so I shouldn't go to the monster that is so far away. Come on, let's go in too. A classmate showed a wicked smile. This is Song Wei, the young master of the Song family. He likes Sally very much, and anyone who comes to chase Sally will be beaten away by him. Because his family is powerful and tried their best to train him, he has long been an elite and has already been to the secret realm. Lu Rover in the secret realm of Yangcheng didn't know that a so-called rival in love came to trouble him. I don't know how to provoke this young master of the Song family. It's all little Karami. Now he probably knows the strength of these monsters. There are a total of 5 areas in Yangcheng's secret realm, and each area has level 5 monsters. The highest one in it is also level 25. If his physical strength allowed, he could walk sideways without any threat at all. So he plans to practice tricks and physical fitness in the secret realm. Now he has the fruit of gravity and dragon claws in his hands, so he thinks of the 3 styles in Marine 6 styles in one piece, all of which use feet, namely moonwalk, shaved, tempest kick. These 3 styles are used to slap quickly with the legs, but the direction of slapping is different. Then he goes back to safety and sleeps. When he walked towards the room given to him by the mayor, the people in the safe area saw that he walked into a VIP room. He doesn't know either, you just ran out in a moment of excitement, and didn't look at the surrounding environment and didn't notice that the mayor gave you a VIP room. The mayor is also a good person. In order to save some connections, he gave the VIP room. What if he really rises later? Because medicine and equipment can be replenished in the safe area, there are many elites here. Seeing Land Rover walk into the VIP room, everyone started talking. Who is that? There is a VIP room. Which family's young master? Or which school's super elite? Yeah, it looks like he just came of age, just 18 years old. Here in the capital, I don't remember this person. There doesn't seem to be any here in the devil's capital. That's from Yangcheng in the secret region. It is easy to enter the secret realm of Yangcheng. Either the young master or the young lady of this family is the elite of that school, but they are generally familiar with each other. So none of them have ever seen a Land Rover. You say it's fine to have an ordinary house like them, but he opened a VIP room. That means he is taller than them by a little bit. So they became curious. Xiao Yu, do you know him? A group of boys and girls next to them saw the Land Rover entering the VIP room, attracted them, and then they were discussing. Xiao Yu recalled. I don't know, I've never seen it before. But it's also quite handsome, but how could I not notice how handsome it is, it's the first time I've seen it. Looks like Land Rover is her thing. That's weird, it's not from our capital, so it looks like he's from Yangcheng. This is the secret place of Yangcheng after all. It should be the young master of a certain family, and Lan, who has just cultivated an awakened S-class Logia snow fruit, is just an ordinary room. It doesn't matter, let's quickly resupply and then set off. Xiao Yu ended the topic at this time, and took a group of them out. They also passed by and took a look, and they didn't care about this little thing. After entering the room, Lu Rover lay down and fell asleep. I don't know if it's because he used too much consciousness and fell asleep all at once. He wanted to have a good sleep for a long time, under the protection of the new principal and many former ones, it was very awkward. Land Rover woke up early the next morning. After using observation hockey, I became more and more proficient, and I can perceive the range of half a secret realm. This is a good thing, let's practice the 3 moves quickly. He also noticed that one thing is that he needs to increase the strength of his moves. Because yesterday you were able to smash a monster with 1 move, in front of a level 25 monster, you just broke a hole. So the strength of moves also needs to be increased. But Cheat seems to have not spoken for a long time. He tried it anyway, Fujitora's meteorite trick. Found that it can be activated, but I don't know if the effect is as powerful as Fujitora. Because he feels that the meteorite is not that big, so it is estimated that it can be activated, but it does not have the effect of Fujitora. But he is still very happy, he can already launch this move. His stomach croaked immediately, it seemed that this move wasted too much. After washing up, go out and find something to eat, and then practice the 3 poses. Go go go. But just as he went out, a male classmate with a familiar face came over and blocked his way. Finally waiting for you to come out. Song Wei came over to block him. In fact, Song Wei came over after he slept last night and heard that he was sleeping in this VIP room by the way. After coming here last night, everyone was discussing who this 18-year-old boy is, so he knew it was a Land Rover without even guessing. He didn't have to look for it at all. So stay here all the time. A little familiar. Are you from class 14? Lou Rover looked at this person, and there was a little information about this person in his memory. After all, it's in the class next door. Yeah, I'm in class 14 and I actually recognize me. Come and go out with me. Songwei said with a smile. Land Rover looked at them, took a look at them, and realized that it was little Karami who was afraid of you being a dir. Just follow him out. Songwei took him to a remote place and left him alone to keep watch. Land Rover thought it was a little bit interesting to see that he had left someone to keep the wind and brought himself to this kind of place. Then his love to play came. Seeing him, Songwei said nonchalantly, okay, so calm, he is indeed a person who can awaken the phantom beast species. You must have thought about it, why did I come to you? Because you ruined my good deed, who in the whole school I didn't know that Sally was mine, but you actually gave her the phantom beast in such an open manner. Then today I will teach you a lesson. What? You like him caring about my A*? I can offend you by exchanging a devil fruit with her. What ghost circuit? Then how are you going to teach me? Lou Rover sneered. Hey, how dare you be so arrogant? Arrogance requires strength and a price. Songwei strode directly towards the Land Rover. Because Lou Rover is a little bit arrogant, anyone who has been arrogant in front of him since he was a child has a hard time. If he eats phantom beasts now, then give him arrogance, but he is not now, he just eats the fruit of gravity. Land Rover thought about returning to the other side in its own way. Then how do you want to teach me a lesson? I want to make your life worse than death, and torture you slowly. The graves of those who were arrogant in front of me before are already taller than me. Songwei said ferociously. That's interesting. Don't be scared, I also know that you are from the orphanage. You are from the orphanage to fight against me, arrogant with me, what the hell? By the way, you are quite nice to that orphanage. I heard that the Sally family gave 6% of the shares to the orphanage. There is a pair of twins in the orphanage who are in the first year of high school, probably in the 5th class of the first year of high school. Quote. When Lou Rover heard that he was thinking about twins, his eyes narrowed, looking like a dead man. Are you angry? It's okay to be angry, I like this kind of angry and helpless look, don't worry. I'll make them comfortable after I've tortured you, I haven't tried twins doing sports together yet. Quote. At this time, Lou Rover quietly asked, aren't you afraid that the principal and Sally's family will find out about this? What are you afraid of? This is a secret realm, there are a lot of monsters here to torture you, who knows, no one will know if you are tortured and killed. Although Lou Rover acted calmly, he didn't show the fear he wanted, because he liked this feeling when he bullied others before. But in his opinion, it was nothing more than his indifference before death, and what he might have become tense in his heart. It's true that no one knows here. From Land Rover's point of view, solving them won't cause much commotion. There are only a few of them, conquerors will faint in the past, and you will be slaughtered. Actually, even if the headmaster finds out, so what, he won't attack me. Ha ha ha. After Songwei said this, he immediately transformed into a leopard. This guy is actually a zone leopard fruit. Ha ha ha, I ate the leopard fruit, and my speed and strength have greatly improved. Be afraid. Do you regret not begging for mercy now? Do you understand that arrogance requires strength? Quote. Then the whole fist came to Land Rover. Land Rover stood there motionless. Stay there like you're freaking out. This made Songwei even more mad. But the next moment, the time freezes. Land Rover's finger is stuck on the leopard's neck and is holding the leopard up. Lift it up easily. What do you regret? Am I not strong enough? Land Rover stepped on 2 legs and said, do you regret it now? Songwei wanted to speak, but his throat was stuck and he couldn't speak. Then I looked at my feet. How can this be? How could his strength break my foot? He seemed to have seen something incredible. He clearly found out that Lou Rover is not a warrior who has never practiced since he was a child, but an orphan, and it is impossible for the orchard to provide him with a panacea, so his own strength is very weak. How come? You are right about one thing, arrogance requires strength, and I happen to have this. Of course you need to pay the price. Land Rover said slowly. So now you have to pay the price for your arrogance just now. Songwei looked at Lou Rover's sinister smile. And those dull eyes, the eyes that can do anything. This time his heart was filled with fear, and he was trembling all over. Don't want. Land Rover hit him directly to the ground. This is the basic move of his favorite WWE star The Undertaker. Boom. A deep pit, Song Wei was smashed into it directly. But the current Land Rover wants to make his life worse than death. Use a dragon claw hand to grab his lumbar spine. The leopard was directly beaten back to human form, and it was incontinent, and the excrement came out directly. Lou Rover said, "Listen to what you said just now. The graves of the arrogant people in front of you are taller than yours. Then you are a perpetrator, and you don't know how many people you have harmed. You want twins to play together. Just now I heard that I wanted to kill you to do justice for the heavens, but if I want to think about it, I will make your life worse than death." Quote. I am not a bad person, but when dealing with bad people, I cannot use the perspective of a good person. Lou Rover knelt down and said, "You just said that life is worse than death. You don't know if you have experienced it yourself. Now you don't feel any nerves below the lumbar spine. I also broke the bones in your arm. Let's experience it well. Do you think that the person you bring will take you out when you look like this? Ha 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 ha." Originally, his lower body was now unconscious. Hear this from Land Rover. Fear filled his heart, straight to his head. He thought of his own appearance, and only felt fear, that kind of fear from the bottom of his heart. Really, that kind of situation is worse than death. Terrible. How could he, who is usually polite, do such a horrible thing? Horrible. More devil than me. Watching Land Rover's hand gradually approaching him. Ah. Two painful voices sounded. After hearing that painful sound, the friends outside shuddered. After shouting these 2 times with all my strength, I passed out immediately. Land Rover stood up and threw him, who was a quadriplegic, into the pit just now, like a dead chicken. Then walk out slowly. After a while, the person keeping watch outside did not wait for Song Wei to come out, and there was no sound from inside. Just walk in and see. Until I walked in and saw a deep pit, I could already smell a smell before I walked in. Until I saw that the person in the deep pit was Song Wei. My God, what the hell happened? He was beaten like this by Land Rover. I lift my shoulders, you lift your legs, let's lift it out first. No, I lift my shoulders. Song Wei appeared in the operating room of Yangcheng Hospital of Traditional Chinese Medicine. Outside the operating room were his father Song Quan and Song Hui's biological mother. From the Song family to other people also came one after another. After all, this is his Song Quan's only son and the only light in the Song family. What's going on? Who the hell? How dare you make my son like this? Mrs. Song was crying beside her so badly. Have no idea. Your precious son, you don't know. Did you offend someone? See how you spoil him. Song Quan said fiercely. Song Tai had already had a mental breakdown, and now he was howling like this again. It just exploded. Isn't that your son? It's all my fault. A nurse saw this situation and came over and said, the 2 friends who brought him here said that Land Rover should have done it. Land Rover, right. Check it out for me. The name Land Rover is so familiar. Oh, that's right, the one who awakened the Phantom Beast. That's right, that's the name, it shouldn't be the same name. As soon as they thought about the fruit exchange, they understood the origin of the matter almost instantly. It must be his past troubles with Land Rover. This little made himself like this for a woman. Quickly find out where the Land Rover is. I want to know today. But knowing the reason of the matter, I was at fault on my side, which doesn't mean I just let Land Rover go like this. After all, the only lights in the Song family have been made like this. If you don't do something, it will be too ugly. After thinking about it for a while, Song Quan picked up Song Hui's mobile phone and saw the information he collected on Land Rover. Such a weak person should not beat Song Wei like this, maybe there are some hostile people behind him. Then some family members said, he has no conflict with us, he is so powerful, it is impossible to kill Song Wei so hard. There are some calm people in here, so some questions will be raised as well. Who is it? Could it be from Sally's family? Shouldn't Song Wei just want to chase her, and didn't want to hurt him? But because of her, he has bullied many people who chased him. Do you think someone will take revenge? Don't guess, just go to Lou Rover and ask. Patriarch Song Quan saw that Lu Rover's strength was not strong at all, so he just said it. Not long after, the door of the emergency room opened. Doctor, how is my baby? Song Tai hurried over to hold the doctor's hand. The relatives all looked over. Sorry, the injury is too serious. Doctor's first words. Just let their mood drop to the bottom. The injury was too serious, the nerves in the lumbar spine could not be recovered, and the lower body was paralyzed. The bones in the arm were shattered, and it was difficult to recover, and it would be very difficult to connect them with steel plates. Moreover, the muscles in the throat were directly broken, and it is estimated that I will not be able to speak later. Fortunately, the internal organs were not harmed, so the life is still there, and the head can still think. But eating and drinking is a bit painful. He may be more uncomfortable than a vegetable. Quote. After the family listens. What? I have problems eating, drinking and drinking. It's a vegetable. Song Quan clenched his hands, and the surrounding momentum changed instantly. Lu Rover, wait. Who on earth helped you make him like this? I will make him pay a heavier price, the whole family is worse off than dead. He was talking ferociously. When Mrs. Song heard the news, she was paralyzed and sat on the ground. At this moment, it feels like the whole sky is about to collapse, on my body. I've been thinking about it all the time. Yesterday was obviously fine, and I was talking and laughing with everyone. The family has raised him so well, he is still the elite of the school. He could have become a strong man followed by many people. It should have become stronger and lead the family to upgrade. Why did he suddenly become a vegetable now? And there is no self-consciousness in the lower body. It's not okay to save a seed for the Song family. How is this possible? Impossible. Impossible. How is this impossible? Before bullying, you have to be ready to be bullied. For the Song family, this matter is definitely a nightmare. It's not because he wants to make Land Rover's life worse than death first. Land Rover will definitely not give him such a big backlash. And Land Rover did not offend him. And Land Rover, who practiced using his legs in the secret place, shook his head and sighed. Could this be going too far? Could it be that I was a little impulsive when I heard that he was going to have thoughts about the twins? Now his people should take him back, so what will his family do if they know? They should have been killed directly. Let's talk about it if they want to seek revenge from me. It's too late to talk about it. After all, his parents were also at fault for causing this situation, and it was the fault of the son, not Godfather. If you want to blame, you can only blame yourself for not educating your children well. What he said already caused this nightmare to happen to many families. And what about those nightmare families? Now the world turns them to give it a try. Lu Rover continued to walk deep. He wanted to go to the level 15 monster to practice the 3 poses of the legs. He is training his legs, so he doesn't use the ability of the gravity fruit to fly. When you passed a level 7 monster, you saw a familiar person. Take a closer look. It is the school flower Lanlin who is exercising. She is outputting from a distance, and there are a few people in front of her who are fighting monsters in close quarters. Seeing that she could freeze the monster's leg, the teammates in front frantically punched the monster out of the wound, and retreated after the wound was wounded. She used a piece of AoE damage to snow the monster's wounds so that they could not condense. The skills used seem to be related to snow. Could it be that the awakened one is naturally snow fruit? He thought about learning how to develop devil fruit. Controlling Shui Yi, isn't that similar to controlling magma? Snow and ice, lava and fire. Such an analogy is not super powerful. But it still mainly depends on personal strength, in order to bring out the greater potential of devil fruit. Lan felt someone watching him just now, so he looked back and found that it was the person who went to the VIP room yesterday, and he was walking towards the high-level monster alone. Is he that good? Running over alone like this, if it is farther away, many elite seniors will die. Land Rover keeps going. I felt that I had almost reached the level 15 monster, so I went there immediately and tried the strength of the monster. Great, it's a good place for leg training. Yes, it's very good to practice legs here. Because the level of monsters here is relatively high for them, so there are very few elites here, and they have to form a team to fight 4-level monsters together. Not to mention level 15. Because monsters with similar strength will gather together. So all around here are level 14 to 16 monsters. Of course, there will be occasional upgraded situations. But the highest level in this secret realm is level 25. This is what he discovered after visiting the entire secret realm yesterday. If there are individuals who have been hidden and not discovered, that's another story. Level 15 monsters, this can be said to be the boss of the elites. There are a lot of corpses around here. So it can be guessed that they formed a team to fight, and the success rate is still not 100% successful. Or it's not high, because I saw a few people playing level 17 yesterday, and there will be no more in the future. Because there are various types of monsters gathered here at level 15. There are fast monsters. There are monsters with high defense. There are monsters with high attack power. There are also flying monsters. There are all kinds of monsters, it is difficult for the elites to deal with. Not as easy as the monsters over there at level 10. Once a partner is attacked by surprise, it is easy to cause the failure of the entire team. Being quickly thrown down and attacked by Fatian, this is the attack most of them received before they failed. Because of the Conqueror's Haki, Land Rover is not afraid of these monsters at all, they just need them to exercise their legs. In advanced places, if a few come to besiege, they need to use other abilities. If you use other abilities directly, there is none in this secret realm, so it is not his opponent. He just wanted to exercise and strengthen his weaker legs as he thought about last night. By the way, experience this kind of exercise life. He is not in a hurry to improve the power of the Dragon Claw Gravity Fruit in Haki, because he has a cheat. Maybe cheat knows what he needs. Exercise mission. 1. Kick the belly of 10,000 monsters with your legs. Get premium skill rewards. Marine 6 styles reach advanced. 2. Exercise for 10 days in the area above level 15. Get rare rewards. Shank's swordsmanship, Kaido's restoration, Big Mom's constitution, Whitebeard's fraternity. Choose one from 4. Advanced skills Marine 3 style reached advanced. Does this cheat know what I want? Then he saw it and smiled. What the hell are rare rewards? There are still choices. Don't you have to choose everything? What the hell is Whitebeard's fraternity? Do you recognize all their daughters? Kaido's recovery ability is useless to me now. Shank's swordsmanship is very powerful, comparable to Hawkeye. But now that you have the Dragon Claw hand, let's not think about it. Big Mom's physique, that must be Cheat's favorite. What a terrifying existence that is. I still remember that Bruce attacked her with a sword when she was sleeping, but there was no pain at all, and she didn't even wake up from sleep, but she knew that we would get up when we were bitten by mosquitoes, so my mother's physique and Bruce's sword skills are even worse than mosquitoes. So how awesome is the plus-size physique? Of course, if given a choice, Land Rover should choose Garp's physique. Because his physique can activate the love skill, the Iron Fist of Love that is often used on Ace and Luffy. So these two tasks need to be completed, after all, it will greatly improve your own strength. Then he was already writing how powerful it would be if he used the Dragon Claw hand after he got the physique of the ant. After watching, kick those monsters in the stomach. After kicking dozens of times, I suddenly thought, why should I practice again, don't I have a cheat? I use my skills to push them all to the ground and drag them over to kick them. Do it as soon as you think of it, after using this method for a while. Standing on the ground again, one foot stretched out and flew around, kicking the monster's belly. No matter how you think of it, do it, the ability of the gravity fruit cooperates to complete the task. In the hospital, after so long of treatment, Songwei woke up for the first moment, but his eyes were full of fear, and then he felt his body, and it hurt. Seeing that my relatives were all outside, and I became like this again, tears flowed down involuntarily. Exploded and shouted, I want to avenge you. Who made you like this? Song Tai comforted him, don't worry, wait a moment, let's see what he has to say first. He said what did he say? He can't speak again. Hey, Mrs. Song sighed when she heard this sentence. I can't bear it, I won't let you kill me. Song Wei woke up, Song Quan couldn't stand seeing him. Just walked out. First of all, Land Rover. It's not Land Rover, it should be the people behind him, or his helper. Of course, it doesn't mean that the murderer is Lu Rover. With his son's strength, Lu Rover can't move a bit, let alone cause such a big injury. He had seen the information on Land Rover on Song Hui's phone, and he wanted to find Land Rover first, and he would definitely bully the weak first. And he is the awakened Phantom Beast Devil Fruit, and after completing the deal with Sally's house, maybe he will be covered in the future, and he will be a threat in the future. So of course he had to get rid of this threat first. Lu Rover knew that Song Quan would come to avenge his son. Now he has kicked more than 7,000 stomachs. Some monsters will have a beast heart after being kicked to death. Not everyone has a beast heart. Just like he kicked more than 500 monsters to death, only 8 beast hearts came out. But outside, killing a monster will not produce a beast heart, only flesh and blood will be left behind. That is to say, you can eat its flesh, drink its blood, make soup with its bones and so on. You can also use its skin to make a robe. It's like the corpse of an animal. But I don't know how to use the beast heart. It can be said that the beast heart is only found in monsters in the secret realm. Killing monsters in the secret realm, especially killing some special monsters, will have a high chance of getting a beast heart. Beast heart can be taken directly to enhance the blood, or enhance the physique. It can also be used as medicinal materials for refining weapons. Just like the necklace the principal gave him, it needs a beast heart when making it. And the more advanced beast hearts can be traded. The 8 beast hearts he got were not those particularly advanced beast hearts, so he didn't really want to eat them. But he couldn't bear his curiosity about the taste of the beast's heart. Or try the taste. Then I decided to eat the most advanced ones. After all, I didn't have access to these things before, let alone know the taste. The moment you eat it, it's too unpalatable. Just spit it out. After vomiting, it turns out that none of these things are delicious. I will never eat anything that dogs don't eat, it's too unpalatable. Sell the rest, or switch to some medicines. Seeing that the monsters here are almost eaten up, then continue to kick the monsters a little bit deeper. Time will pass in a while. The task of kicking 10,000 monsters is completed, and the advanced skill 6 primary has been obtained, please check it. Amidst the mindless stomach kicks, finally came the voice of Cheat. In an instant, some memories flooded in, and I felt some changes in my body. I just experienced the 6 styles on the spot, but he felt that the paper stew, iron body and finger pistol were really useless to him. The reason for the knowledge and color and armament hockey is more advanced than those. Once observation hockey is opened, no one else can hit it, so there is no need for paper stew and iron body. For finger pistol, there are not only dragon claw hands, but also armed colors. Shaving and moonwalk are not so easy to use, after a few quick moves. Land Rover directly showed its legs on the spot, and used the Tempest kick to chop down here and there. Boom. 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 Land Rover having fun, heard the voice from the sky. He looked up and saw that the man in the red clothes with several wounds was being chased and caught by a big flying monster. Flying over while defending, and finally threw it directly with a sword, but unfortunately missed. Originally, the sword was going to fly back into her hand. It is estimated that the big monster has gained experience, so he took the sword when he turned around. Then he continued to chase after her and grabbed her, and took off his clothes in an instant, leaving a scratch on her body. This kind of scene is simply horrible. A voice sounded. Encounter mission. Rescue her with Tempest kick, reward 6 style proficiency. React immediately after hearing it. Tempest kick. Land Rover swiped with his leg. Several air knives passed in their direction. The big monster in the air was about to give her the final blow, and suddenly felt the feeling of being locked by the attack. Feeling the flow of air, I quickly braked and dodged a lot of air knives, but I was still hit by a knife. It was so scared that it quickly flew away and fled, instead of continuing to chase her. But let's be honest, even if Cheat didn't post the mission, he would have saved it. Because even if an animal sees its own kind being bullied by a monster, the first reaction of the animal is to help save it, let alone as humans. Don't talk about the common front of mankind, for example, wars between countries will also be like this. Seeing the compatriots of the Dragon Kingdom being bullied by the Ice Kingdom, they will also go up to help. Not to mention facing monsters now. What's more, the one who needs help now is an elite player. Occasional missions are completed, and the proficiency of the 6th generation is raised to advanced. Before he could hear what Cheat had to say, he controlled the plot and flew out. Rushing out to catch the man in tattered clothes and covered in blood. It turned out that when the monster flew away, she let go of her defenses, relaxed her tense spirit, and fainted directly. My God, is it so badly hurt? This needs immediate medical attention. Fly down quickly and return to the place where you can rest on the road for the past 2 days. The monsters around this good place have all been kicked by him, and they will automatically avoid him when they see him. Looking at her state, she might be unable to hold on at any time. Then start the treatment immediately. Although Lou Rover is not a doctor, he has also learned some basic treatment, not to mention that if he is sent back for treatment now, he may not be able to make it in time, and may not last until then. Stop the bleeding first, clean the wound, and prevent infection. This is what he calmed himself down and thought about. Immediately take out all the medicines in the space bag. Give her a pill first, and then start working. It's a bit embarrassing now, she is a girl, and she has injuries all over her body. There is a cross-shaped scratch on the back, formed by 3 fierce crosses on both sides. There is also one on the thigh. The arm should be dislocated due to insufficient strength during the confrontation. The most serious thing was the one I just saw, the wound on my chest. It's really scarred. It's not easy to make it through, no matter what, save people first. Human life is at stake. Then he took off the almost torn clothes of the other party, and then began to clean the wound, and then applied the medicine, and it was time to bandage it up. Now she is basically covered. After finishing the work, Lou Rover was also very tired from the treatment this time, so he just sat next to him and propped his hands on the ground. I didn't even hear the sound of cheat rewards just now. But he also thinks it's nothing. After all, if he doesn't send out this chance encounter mission, he will go to save it. After recovering for a while, he found that he felt a lot more about 6 styles. It seems that Cheat has rewarded himself, which means that saving her should not be life-threatening. It seems that it contains a little way to guide others to practice the 6 postures. But it's too difficult. No wonder there are not so many people who know the 6 styles in one piece. Only talented players like CP9 can master the 6 styles, and it's good for ordinary talents to learn one style. After resting for a while, Land Rover came out of the cave and experienced the 3 forms again. Sure enough, the speed was much faster than before, and the damage of Tempest Kick was also enhanced a lot. What to do? Xiao Yu should be fine. Find Xiao Yu first. But this secret realm is so big, our search is like finding a needle in a haystack. She can fly and we can't. No matter how big you are, you have to find it. That is, if it wasn't for Xiao Yu who distracted that powerful level 15 monster for us, we might become its prey now. You also saw it just now, the monster was injured and returned to the area just now as if it had escaped. So we have to find Xiao Yu. That's right, let's find it quickly. Maybe she needs us to treat her now. These are Xiao Yu's team partners, all of them have wounds on their bodies now, and all of them have died. In such a state of embarrassment, they could tell that they had just experienced a life and death battle. However, they were already bruised, they should have recuperated on the spot, but insisted on looking for their comrade in arms Xiao Yu. Moonwalk, Dragon Claw Hand. Shaved, Tempest Kick. Land Rover is practicing combo skills, tormenting monsters to the point they want, no matter if they are on the ground or in the sky. Then several monsters fell to the ground, and then 2 beast hearts burst out. Hurry up and put away the beast heart. Don't even look at the rest of the corpses. It's worthless and takes up space. So I am not interested in these corpses at all. It's getting dark, I'm going back to rest. It has been more than 2 hours since he came out of the cave, and it was almost dark when he just practiced combo skills. He has also been paying attention to the situation in the cave with knowledge. It seems that she didn't wake up so soon. Use the ability of the gravity fruit to quickly fly to the entrance of the cave. It can be said that this time the combined skills have been practiced, which is pretty good. This encounter mission is a bit interesting. However, since I have been using knowledge, pay attention to the situation in the cave and the combination of using the 3-style Dragon Claw Hand. It still consumes a lot of energy for him, so he is also very tired now. This let him know that it is a flaw that he gets tired easily, and he wants the physique of his aunt even more urgently. Recently, I still need to restrain myself and save some energy. If you meet Song Hui's people when you have no physical strength, it will be useless. It probably has something to do with his birth, unlike other Jin Yaimeng who have delicious food to replenish his body, and some resources like big tonic pills from time to time. He just grew up in an orphanage, not to mention the resources to exercise, sometimes he can't even eat enough. So this point he can't compare with those elites, although the current three styles, Dragon Claw Hand, Conqueror's Haki and Gravity Fruit ability can be said to be invincible, but the physical strength is much worse than them. But with cheat, after these 10 days, you will have the physique of an ant. Land Rover was thinking while grilling meat at the entrance of the cave. Maybe it was so fragrant that the wounded inside woke up with hunger. Cough. Cough. Land Rover heard the sound and walked over to the hole. Although it was dark, there were still a few lights in the cave. Go over with a glass of water. Are you awake? Come drink some water. Slowly and little by little, send the water to her mouth. Drink some water and recover some. She just opened her eyes, looked around carefully, and found a handsome guy feeding her water again. Trying to say, where is this place? Did you save me? Thank you. Don't worry, take a good rest first, don't talk. You are hurt so badly. Land Rover said it softly. She heard Lu Rover's immature voice, and looked more clearly, isn't this the one in the VIP room? So she relaxed a little bit, and then stopped talking. Land Rover is out to continue the barbecue. After a while she felt it, a little pain. Enduring the pain, he said, it hurts, medicine. It may be due to the sudden pain. Her voice was a little soft, but Lu Rover still heard it. When I walked in, I found that she had an extra bottle of medicine on hand. This must be her release from the space bag. Although he didn't know what kind of precious medicine it was. But what came out of her body, I know it is not an ordinary medicine. He walked over with the medicine and said, I'm talking, I'm right, you blink once, and twice if you're wrong. Are you going to take this medicine? The other party blinks. How many do you eat? The other party blinked 3 times. Lu Rover looked at the other person's eyes, only to realize that these eyes are so big and beautiful. Looking at those beautiful big eyes blinking, he really wanted to ask a few questions. But still received it. After she took the medicine, she closed her eyes. But Lu Rover was stunned, because he could feel the opponent's vitality gradually strengthened. That is, the medicine immediately repaired her body and restored her vitality. There is such a magic medicine, can you recover so quickly? It seems that there are still many things in this world that I don't know, so it's fun. Lu Rover felt a little interesting, there is such a quick recovery medicine. Because of his cognition during his lifetime, coming to this world directly gave him his own definition of this world before. Now it seems that there are many things in this world that I don't know, many things I don't understand, and I still need to understand a lot. After all, those top bosses must have magic medicine like this, so the elites they cultivated will also have it. But he just found out, he just knew. Just like poverty limits the imagination. It shouldn't be too much to ask her for a few bottles of magic medicine after she recovers. After all, she saved her life, otherwise she would be a monster's meal. Little Juju in Land Rover's heart. But he didn't know that this kind of magic medicine that can quickly restore the body is very rare. Xiao Yu only has 1 bottle, but the entire Long Kingdom only has 3 bottles. In about a few minutes, Land Rover felt that except for the wound on the chest that was still healing, the other wounds were basically healed. Isn't this terrifying recovery ability Kaido's bloodline factor? Such a powerful healing ability. However, it may also be due to all skin trauma, and no internal organs were injured. Soon she struggled to open her eyes this time, unlike the previous 2 times. There was also a look in her eyes. Lu Rover stared at her eyes dumbfounded, or was fascinated. Hey, have you seen enough? Lu Rover shook his head, came back to his senses and said, do you still have the medicine you just had? You will be cured in such a short time, give me a few bottles. After Land Rover came to his senses, he needed medicine as soon as possible. She said, I haven't seen enough, what's so good about it? By the way, my name is Xiao Yu, and I am an elite from the capital. Thank you for saving me, I met you, who were you when you went to the VIP room that day? What's your name? Which family or school does it belong to? Quote. Xiao Yu slowly sat up and looked at Lu Rover, introduced herself, and then asked questions continuously. She really couldn't hear Land Rover's question, because she was too anxious and wanted to know about Land Rover. Really? I didn't pay much attention, there were too many people that day. Oh, you are Xiao Yu from the capital. You were very polite, and I introduced myself first. My name is Lu Rover, I'm just an orphan who grew up in an orphanage, not a child of a big family. I studied in Yangcheng Middle School, and Devil Fruit came in as soon as I awakened. Quote. Awakened. Devil Fruit actually gave a VIP room directly. Because Xiao Yu is also in the secret realm, she doesn't know that someone outside has awakened the Phantom Beast species, and the matter of exchanging the Phantom Beast species. Land Rover thinks it's fine if you don't know, or don't say it, it's hard to explain, and there's no need to say it. Seeing that Lu Rover didn't speak, she stopped asking. Only then did she realize that she was covered in bandages and had no clothes on, not even a single piece. Suddenly, the atmosphere in the cave suddenly cooled down. Lu Rover just wanted to say a few words to calm down, but the other party spoke first. It's you who messed me up. So you've seen it all. Xiao Yu was still staring at Lu Rover's eyes with her big eyes. It's like you don't lie, I can tell when I lie. Because Lu Rover was about to speak just now, he was taken aback when he heard it. Of course, he also knows this kind of thing. Men and women can't kiss each other. Then he started off by saying, well, yes. It's all me. Don't be afraid to admit that you have done it, and you are worthy of your own conscience. To save lives. At that time, I was also eager to save people, and I didn't pay attention to what the other party said. But no one would believe what I said. Miraculously, he added, I'm afraid that your wound will become inflamed. You should have touched it when you took the medicine slowly and were still wearing bandages. It's too sincere to actually say this sentence. Xiao Yu turned around in an instant and wanted to grab the stone behind her and throw it at him. After all, she has the ability of lion fruit, and now she directly controls the stone to fly to hit him. Oh. But this turn hurt his wound. This painful feeling was on Lu Rover's body again. This made her even more angry, and those big eyes narrowed to stare at the Land Rover. What are you doing? Didn't I save you? Think back to your state at that time. I should just ignore it. Lu Rover, who just wanted to take a step back, stretched out his hands and shook them, and slowly said to her. Xiao Yu sat down slowly, and looked down at the bandages on her body. In fact, in her opinion, it should be a girl who made herself so careful. Because after all, in such an advanced area, there shouldn't be only one person, there must be a team with girls in it. Then now the rest of their team went out to exercise, let him watch him. This is what he imagined. The interrogative sentence just now was just trying to get some words out of his mouth. The result was unexpected. This is what I heard. It's fried. It just exploded. Go away, pervert, stay away from me. No little pervert. Xiao Yu shouted directly. She really didn't expect that it was the person in the distinguished VIP room who would tie the bandages so delicately. Not only did I look at myself all over, but I also touched it when I applied the medicine, and now I still answer so confidently. No matter for any girl, knowing that she has been watched all over by a stranger, even if she looks at it, she even touches it, and even if she touches it, there is still a legitimate reason. How annoying. Literally yelled and blew my hair out. Okay, I'm out. By the way, the barbecue is almost ready, do you want to eat it? Quote. Don't eat. Get out. Turning back, Lu Rover thought for a while and said, you said I was lecherous and you said I was a little pervert, there's nothing wrong with that. But think about the situation at that time, what would you do if it were you? Human life is at stake, the other party is in a coma, and the wounds all over his body are still bleeding. If it is not treated immediately and sent back to the base camp, whether the other party can continue to live is a question, not to mention medical treatment. So if you think about it, what would you do? Quote. Without listening to her answer, Lu Rover walked out of the cave, sat down, and continued to barbecue. Although I came here through time, Lousy is here to save you and not to tu. It doesn't matter if you are not grateful, and you lose your temper with Lousy. She shook her head and said, look at him like this, send her back quickly. Save yourself staying by my side and annoy myself to death. If you want to die or live, you can figure it out, don't care. Land Rover still has its own impatient temper. When encountering such a situation, I feel very upset. When I thought about helping her heal, I almost emptied myself. He used his own medicine, and was so focused on wiping the wound and bandaging it. Not only emptied my medicine, but also emptied my physical strength. As a result, when he woke up, he didn't show any gratitude at all, and even scolded others and let himself go. So the more I think about it, the more angry I get. But seeing that the barbecue is almost cooked, let's vent these bad emotions on the meat. Eat it up. That fragrance. Not long after eating, the sky darkened and it started to rain. So he walked into the cave, holding a piece of delicious meat in his hand. After walking in, sit aside, and then close your eyes to rest yourself. I am tired enough today. At this time, it was not only raining outside, but also thunder and thunder. Xiao Yu also knew what was going on outside, and saw that Lu Rover came back to sit and rest with his eyes closed after he was full. She just saw that Lu Rover kept walking and talking by herself as soon as she finished speaking, and then she thought about it for a while, and felt that it was her fault. And she herself is also afraid of the dark, although there are a few small fire lamps here, but she is very scared in the cave alone. Seeing that there are gables on 3 sides, there is a gloomy feeling, so she doesn't want to be alone, or she dare not. Then he said this time, "Handsome Land Rover, thank you for saving me. If you need any help in the future, or if you need any repayment, you can also say it. And I also apologize for the excitement just now." Land Rover didn't respond after hearing this, and continued to rest. Xiao Yu saw that he didn't answer, so she stopped talking, because she knew that she would not stay in the cave by herself tonight. I follow the rest. After a while, Lu Rover still said, "If I saved you and offended you, I will apologize to you first. From now on, I will take shelter from the rain here tonight, and I will leave tomorrow morning. Your injury should also recover well, and you don't need to take care of it anymore. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone about saving you, and you also forget about it. After I leave tomorrow morning, we probably won't meet again in the future. Even if we meet, just treat it as bad luck that day and just pretend that you don't know each other. Of course I will pretend not to know. There is also a little barbecue here, if you don't dislike it, you can eat it to recover." Quote. Land Rover handed over the meat by the way. Xiao Yu stared at the meat for a long time. Why are you like this? To make the person who saved him so angry, others don't want his own things at all. I don't even know my identity. Xiao Yu, what have you done? I'm going to eat the meat and apologize for that. The little fish went over to eat the meat slowly, and then thought about what would happen later. Don't have the temper of a young lady anymore. Because I made a mistake first, I was so fierce to Lu Rover and let him go, so I have to be gentle this time. Hey. I wanted to say, thank you. Another apology. Right after waking up I remembered that the monster was going to give me the final blow and then some attacks came from above the ground, then it flew away, and then I don't remember. I don't know how I survived later. In that case, you alone saved me. Are those attacks sent by you? Quote. The more Xiao Yu thought about it, the more frightened she was. How strong is the opponent? He can launch several attacks from the ground into the air to scare off level 15 monsters. That was a level 15 monster that beat their team to pieces. What a terrifying existence I just offended. Lu Rover opened his eyes and squinted for a moment, then said indifferently, "It just happened to be there, you flew over from there. I saw a person who was about to be shot to death by a monster, so I just sent a few attacks towards him. The monster I couldn't dodge it and got hit by a blow, and then I ran away. While you were falling, I caught you, and then brought you here to do something you need to do." Lu Rover's tone was very calm. But it's all true. But Xiao Yu felt a little different after hearing it. What do you need to do? But she would still be surprised to hear Lu Rover say that he attacked the monster and ran away after a few attacks. I still don't believe it, although I just thought that Land Rover said it himself, but I still don't believe it. It's so powerful, can you show me a few of those attacks? Lu Rover looked around, it was still raining outside and said, "No, I also improved those tricks outside just now, if I use it now, I will smash this cave down. Before I rescued you just now, it was okay, not so powerful big, but it's not working now, I guess it's going to be smashed down here. After Xiao Yu heard this, at first she felt that it was right to launch a few attacks, but later he said that it didn't take long for the power to increase so much, she didn't believe it. But what Land Rover said is also true, that is the power of cheat promotion. So Xiao Yu calmed down and analyzed it carefully. She felt that Lu Rover's words were true. Maybe the power increase he just said just didn't want her to see it. He was still eating barbecue outside just now, and he wanted to share some with himself. Thinking of this, she felt warm again. Thank you once again. What's the situation? Apologizing like this all of a sudden, I can't fix it for him. It's okay, I'm fine anyway. You have a good rest and see you tomorrow. Lu Rover said. Lu Rover thought of the other party again, after all, she was a young girl. It's normal for me to be a little excited after being watched and touched for no reason. So in this delicate situation, it is better for the relationship between the two to be farther away. Besides, what do I care about between a 7-foot boy and a girl? Suddenly the surrounding air started to become cold, and the rain outside the cave slowly turned into snow. The cold wind blew in, blowing the lights flickering on and off. There are some noises outside. Don't run away, Lan Lan. You can't run away. This is the voice of a rough man. Lu Rover unfolded observation hockey felt it was the school girl who was hunted down. The state is very bad, and the physical strength is almost exhausted. The aura of the man chasing her was a bit familiar. This is a secret realm, and people from the enemy country cannot enter, so those who come in must be the elites of their own dragon kingdom. At this time, Lanlan gathered the surrounding people together, and the main body began to show up. See the hole with lights here, come here. Run and shout. I won't promise you, Song Quan, give up, you old cow. I won't like you, even if I die. Because they walked slowly to the entrance of the cave, they could hear it very clearly in the cave. Xiao Yu said, Lan Lan is your school belle, the awakened Logia Snow Fruit. We have met recently, so we know her. Lu Rover said, like this. I know it too. I will save her. Song Quan came here because of me, to kill me. I guess he saw Lan Lan on the road and was attracted to her. No wonder it's like this. It turned out that I learned everything from him. Quote. Yes, the first teachers a child learns from are their parents. It's really a dog who can't change eating shit. In his opinion, he must be looking for himself when he came here. Lu Rover walked towards the entrance of the cave, and saw that Lan Lan was about to climb to the ground and crawl towards the entrance of the cave. He walked over to help her up and said, walk slowly into the cave by yourself, and I'll take care of it. Lanlan saw him in her eyes and knew that he came here alone, so she walked into the cave without worrying whether he could beat it. Song Quan walked over slowly. Boy, the hero saves the beauty. But we have to see if you are strong enough. Xiao Yu dragged her tired body to the entrance of the cave, controlled a pill to float to Lu Rover's side, then went to help Lan Lan into rest, and handed a pill. The medicine that can replenish physical strength, you see if you take it. Lanlan, let's go in and have a good rest, he can handle it. Quote. With a few tricks to deal with a level 15 monster, it is not a problem to treat this person. Lu Rover said to the people outside, Patriarch Song is still romantic, and he still wants to chase Lan Lan. Oh, you kid knows me. Yo, didn't you come here to find me? Song Quan was stunned for a moment, and then realized. He, Land Rover. It doesn't take much effort to get here, since there is such a fate, then explain it well. Quote. Song Quan laughed wildly, and then his face slowly became sinister. Do you know? Song Wei, the only incense of my Song family, because of you, is now a useless person lying in the hospital, unable to do anything, but lying in bed for the rest of his life, and he can't even find a girl to inherit his offspring. It's better to die. Song Quan said grimly. Lu Rover's knowledgeable color has long known the opponent's strength, and said contemptuously, is this like this? In fact, I also regret that I didn't kill him directly. See, I have recruited you now. What? You did it all. So powerful. Otherwise, what's the point of living for that kind of person, just like you? When you see the school flower Lanlan, you will chase after her and ask others to help you have a son. Others will chase you here even if they die. Hee. Song Wei no longer has the ability to have offspring. I must hurry up and have another one while I'm still young. And I must find someone with better genes. So it's your fault too. As expected, like a son, like a father. If you want to have a son, you must force others to have a son with you. What logic? What thought? It seems that there is a big problem in the world of the world's rich and powerful. Song Quan really didn't expect that Lu Rover did it. Although Lu Rover didn't kill him at the time, it felt more insulting than killing him. Old man Song, don't say it's because of me. You know all the reasons. I haven't had any contact with him. He came to trouble me for exchanging devil fruit, and he wants to kill me to make my life worse than death. Don't even look at your own strength. Song Quan transformed instantly and continued, yes, it's because of you. It's not that you exchanged the phantom beast devil fruit for her gravity fruit, nothing happened. Your exchange, you let him break off with Sally directly. Contact, and then he comes in to vent your anger on you, and he becomes like this. So it's all because of you. Tell me, don't you? So I'm going to tell you how to get rid of the hatred in your heart. Quote. Song Quan turned into a winged bird. It turned out that what he awakened was an animal fruit bird fruit ancient species of winged bird. After the two people in the cave heard it. What did the other party say just now? They planted the phantom beast. I should have heard it right, I heard it too. Land Rover actually exchanged the gravity fruit with the awakened phantom beast devil fruit. What's the matter? Can this be true? Who in this world has awakened the phantom beast devil fruit and even traded it for it instead of eating it? But judging by his strength, he doesn't seem so stupid. Just now it seemed that I was going to leave, and I didn't plan anything for myself. Good character too. How could such an outrageous thing be done? It's outrageous. After Xiao Yu heard it, she immediately floated out and said, hey. You really exchanged the phantom beast devil fruit for the gravity fruit, why? Is the other party beautiful? What kind of animal is your phantom beast? Sister, don't pay attention to this now, the other party has transformed. You will beat your lifesaver to death. Land Rover was helpless, and asked me these things at this time. Hurry up and go in, I won't be able to take care of you if I don't know later. Okay. I'll ask later, but I can try this method to drive him away. Xiao Yu said to Yiniao. Hey. Song Quan, I'm covering the Land Rover now. If you don't want your Song family to be wiped out, I hope you let the Land Rover go. Lu Rover thought about my darling, a big man, still need you like this. But it's good to see where it comes from. Xiao Yu dared to call out Song Quan's name, that means she knew Song Quan and who Song Quan was. I know, if you still dare to threaten like this, it means that Xiao Yu's background is not simple. Song Quan heard this little girl's threat to him, but he just looked at it and found that it was someone he had never seen before, so it shouldn't be from Yangcheng. What city is she from? Which family? Song Quanfei went down to the ground and said, little girl, I advise you not to interfere. This is a matter between me and Lu Rover. After this incident, the Song family will give you a little reward. Seeing the little girl come out and ask him about exchanging devil fruit, I know that the two of them are not close friends, they should have just met. Xiao Yu said. The Song family, hee. A second-rate family in Yangcheng, you also ration me as a reward for son Xiao Yu. Listen up. I am son Zonghai's only daughter. Now I want to save his life. Just tell me if I can protect you. Of course, if you say yes, my son family owes you a favor. Quote. She didn't say that she couldn't guarantee what would happen. But Song Quan knew what the consequences would be if he refused. If she hadn't lied. He is really Sun Zonghai's daughter. Sun Zonghai is the head of the top Logia Lava Fruit ability user capital's top family. Land Rover was also stunned when he heard that. Isn't that the number one swordsman in Dragon Kingdom? Still a Logia Lava Fruit capable user. Song Quan thought that if he offended Sun Zonghai, the family would definitely be wiped out. After all, these incidents have happened before. The people of Sha Kingdom offended him, and he flew directly to destroy the entire family of others. Because this world has no binding force on the top Logia, you can't beat him, right? If you bully her daughter, you will really regret being born in this world, it should be called a family. So he is thinking now. The way she speaks doesn't look like a fake, this kind of thing is still believed to be true. How to do it? The purpose of coming in is to find the sinner who hurt his son and take revenge. Now the enemy is at hand. It only takes a few minutes to kill him for revenge. But now there is a son Xiao Yu. His eyes were sharp, and he saw that Xiao Yu had just been injured, so he thought that this was a secret place. How many powerful people died during the training, and even those with powerful Logia ability would die. Is there anything special about the death of a little girl? As long as it is done cleanly, who knows who will kill the one inside? Song Quan wanted to kill all three of them now. After closing your eyes for 2 seconds, take a deep breath. So what about son Zonghai? Now that my son is like this, am I still afraid of you exterminating the family? What about the strong Logia? I am used to being superior, and I have long since disliked them. Now I not only killed Land Rover, but also killed you here. Let's see how Sun Zonghai is. And if he kills you all, will he know who did it? Ha ha ha. Quote. After speaking, Song Quan immediately spread his wings and flew forward. Lu Rover immediately arrived and said to her, "Go back inside, or it will affect you." Xiao Yu hurriedly floated herself in. Song Quan spread his wings and swooped over, only to see the little fish go back into the hole, so he didn't care. His primary goal now is to kill Land Rover. He, Song Quan, was able to lay a foundation in Yangcheng, grow to this point, and even aimed at marrying a first-class family. So one can imagine his strength. Lu Rover feels that it is rare to have someone to practice feat with him, so let's do it. The winged bird swooped down, directly wanting to hold the Land Rover with its feet, or to tear the Land Rover apart with its feet. Land Rover jumped straight up, and it didn't work moonwalk. After the equal winged bird passed him, he kicked it over. The opponent also knew that if he didn't speed up, this kick would hit him in the back. So I accelerated directly, and there was a cave in front of me. I used my wings as a knife to scrape twice, and the cave vibrated immediately when it was attacked. Feeling about to collapse, the winged bird flew into the sky, circled in a circle, and now the Land Rover was breathing fire. Since it had rained and snowed just now, the water vapor on the ground directly evaporated, and Land Rover stood there watching his attack. It turns out that the ancient zone can attack with fire attributes. While he was thinking, Cheat came with a mission. Task: bring down the 2 school beauties. Reward super rare rewards. What the hell was he thinking when he saw this task? The previous task has not been completed yet and another one is coming. Just now I was thinking of killing the opponent with 1 kick. Now that I saw the mission, wouldn't it be better to keep the pterosaur to assist me? Because of the smoke outside, Lan Lan also took medicine, recovered a little bit, and can walk by herself. The shock just now, and now there is smoke outside. Let's go out too. The battle is so fierce, it's not good to wait until we step down from this mountain. Yes, it's so intense. I can't see it either. Let's go out and see it. Okay, I don't know if he can survive. You make an ice bed that can seat the 3 of us, and I'll let it float. If it's not enough, we can still escape. The pterodactyl flew behind Land Rover, and continued to attack with fire. After watching Cheat's mission, Lu Rover thought about the method and just stood there and completely swallowed the attack. Ouch, it's on fire. His first reaction was to roll on the ground, forgetting the ability to use the gravity fruit. The 2 school beauties who just came out happened to see this scene. Oh, he was beaten and rolled all over the ground. Let's go, let's pull him down and go deep. Xiao Yu controls the ice bed to fly over, and also controls some stones to smash over. Lanlan attacks the winged bird with ice spikes. The winged bird sensed an attack from behind, so it flew to the sky to avoid it. Xiao Yu came to Lu Rover. Lan Lan used the ability of snow fruit to put out the fire on him, and then pulled him onto the ice bed. Then fly to the depths, where the monster level is high. The winged bird looked at the direction it was flying away, laughed wildly and chased after it. Ha ha. This kid's strength is not very good. How could that brat be beaten like that? Ha ha ha. There's no way to escape. Followed slowly. The Land Rover was on fire just now, and then snow came to put out the fire. It takes a lot of snow to put out the fire, so the intersection was also frozen for a while. In more than 10 seconds, the body experienced a double sky of ice and fire. Breathing. Land Rover sneezed a few times. Wouldn't it be better to get it done with 1 kick? I have to come up with a fire and ice rush. Land Rover said to them. It's okay, I can kill him. Don't be so stubborn. If you are capable, you will be defeated just now, and you don't need to be beaten all over the floor. Stop talking nonsense, we can escape. Lan Lan has never seen Lu Rover's strength, so she doesn't know, and then she saw that Lu Rover was beaten and rolled all over the ground just now, but she saw that he was able to stand up at the beginning so that she could go back to the cave to heal his injuries, so she didn't abandon him. And Xiao Yu thought about escaping first, why Land Rover couldn't win, and didn't think too much about it, probably those attacks were all dodged. Now the three of them sat on the couch and flew into the depths. Xiao Yu said, "Let's fly inside to see if we can meet that monster, and come out and get rid of this winged bird." Lan Lan said, "It's also a bird monster, this flying thing, we will go back when we let them fight. Land Rover wants to follow you, we won't be hurt by him anyway." When passing by that place, the monster didn't run over when it saw Land Rover with them. Such terrifying existence monsters will definitely not come out. It won't come out after it's over. Shall we continue to fly deep? At this time, Land Rover said, "Fly. It's okay." But Lanlan sensed something was wrong and said, "No, he seems to be interested in not catching up with us, and keeping a certain distance from us." After looking at it, Xiao Yu said, "You used some whole cards when you were chased by him just now, so I guess I'll run out of whole cards now, but my whole cards have already been used up, for the monster that didn't come out. The medicine is gone." Wrong. He probably wants us to go deeper, and if he kills us, he can directly say that those monsters killed us. He can fly away, and the monsters can't hit him on the ground. Then let's do what we can, lure it over, and try to get those monsters to kill it. Otherwise, what else can I do? Stop and kill him on my back. Xiao Yu, it seems we can't hide this time. Although I just awakened snow fruit not long ago. Land Rover is thinking of countermeasures. Xiao Yu, who heard the fruit, remembered to ask Lu Rover to exchange devil fruit. By the way, tell me quickly, what kind of animal is the phantom beast you awakened? Why did you exchange it with that named Sally? Who is she to you? Is she beautiful? Then you saved me just now. I checked and touched her whole body, did she turn green? What a brain circuit. Are you running for your life? How dare you say such a thing? There's another girl next to her, so it's okay to just say that she's been seen all over. Lanlan's eyes widened when she heard this, but she thought that saving her life is the most important thing here. Say something. I know Sally, she's pretty good looking too. You exchanged the phantom beast species with him in order to chase her, so what kind of fruit did you exchange? Oh my god, it's also amazing. The 8 trigrams are amazing. First of all, when I rescued you, you were covered in blood, still in a coma, with messy hair. I don't even know what you look like. And you have wounds all over your body. I can feel what I touch feeling. Do you like that kind of time? You don't need to talk about it, and now Lanlan is here, I didn't say it, a bit ashamed. And you said it so naturally. Lan burst out laughing, she could tell now that Xiao Yu was teasing Lu Rover. Because Lanlan also knows Xiao Yu, she likes to play. Okay. Stop talking. Don't mention it in the future. Maybe there will be no future. By the way, you finished talking first, and secondly. Land Rover can't keep up with the rhythm, what's next? Sure enough, girls love to listen to 8 trigrams. But the mission of cheat, let's explain it clearly. Okay. Secondly, Sally and I are just in the next class, and we didn't talk to each other before exchanging fruits, and then I was on that day, the turtle fruit phantom beast that I awakened, a basalt beast. This is not what I want, of course I want the top Logia fruit similar to Lanlan. However, no one will exchange the top Logia fruit. I settled for the next best thing and handed in the shock fruit or string fruit that I wanted most in my heart. But at that time, I knew that Sally had awakened the gravity fruit in the morning. And if she doesn't want it yet, then exchange it with her. So I don't know him well. I still know a little about Lan, so there is no such thing as green her. Quote. Lanlan blushed slightly when she heard the last sentence. Thanks for watching.